Picture this. Last week, guy pulls up to the gas station in a beat-up 2006 Camry. Paint faded, rust spots, the whole deal. Wearing jeans from Target. We chat about gas prices. He mentions he's retired. I'm thinking this guy's scraping by on Social Security. 2 days later, same guy at a charity auction. Casually bids $50,000 on a scholarship fund. Doesn't even blink. That's when it hit me. Everything I thought I knew about recognizing wealth was backwards. The person flexing a leased Mercedes on Instagram is probably 3 payments from repossession. Meanwhile, the person in that rusty Camry might have more in dividend stocks than most people make in their lifetime. My name is Alex. Today, I'm walking you through 7 specific signs someone is secretly wealthy. By the end, you'll never look at people the same way. Before we dive in, here's what makes video this different. I went through hundreds of comments from real people with real wealth sharing their actual experiences. Their insights are woven throughout this video, so consider subscribing because we're building a community that learns from real people, not just theory. Someone commented, "Last time someone found out I was fairly well off, it was nothing but trouble. Now I just tell people I'm broke. They treat me better." Think about that. This person actively pretends to be broke because it improves their life. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why. First sign, the 3E rule. Wealthy people avoid talking about how much they earn, their expensive purchases, and living in excess. Yasia, E. I repeat, earnings, expensive purchases, and excess living. When was the last time you heard someone with actual money bragging about their salary? Never. But the people who constantly mention income usually have the least. If you had $5 million in index funds, would you tell the barista about your bonus number? But if you're paycheck to paycheck and need validation, that's when you start dropping hints about your 6-figure income. A commenter nailed this. I have one family member worth $20 million who drives Toyotas and lives modestly. My other family member has a Tesla, 2 Porsches, 2 Mercedes, 3 BMWs. He's broke. The person with money doesn't need cars to prove anything. The person without money needs those cars to convince everyone they've made it. Another commenter said, "I'm not wealthy, but I have control over my money." One thing that helped, you don't need that thing. You'll forget about it whether you buy it or not. If you adopted just this mindset, all that energy spent looking successful could be redirected toward actually becoming successful. Second sign, their car. Wealthy people drive paid-off vehicles 5 to 10 years old. Sometimes older. Here's the math. Someone making a $600 car payment spends $7,200 yearly on something depreciating. Invested at 8% annually, after 10 years, that's over $104,000. A commenter said, "I drive a 2012 Honda Civic. No show and all dough. Nobody pays attention to me and I enjoy my stealth wealth." Another, "I'm happy keeping my 2004 Infiniti with 62,000 miles. That car note must be crazy." That's the mindset difference. Not thinking about status. Thinking about opportunity cost. Someone shared they did work for a corporate lawyer whose firm represented the biggest brands in the world. Guy drove an '89 Chevy with 400,000 miles. Wore jeans and a t-shirt. Could have bought the lake his house was on, but looked like he was on fixed income. That's stealth wealth. Third sign, they buy time, not status. Time is the only resource you can't make more of. Wealthy people pay for house cleaners, meal prep, lawn service, and you never know it because they don't post about it. They're not buying services to show off. They're purchasing freedom from tasks that eat their most precious resource. While you're cleaning bathrooms Saturday afternoon, they're building their next income stream or being present with family. Here's the key. They make calculated decisions about where time goes. If they're spending 10 hours weekly on groceries and cooking, they ask, could this time create more value elsewhere? The meal service isn't about feeling fancy. It's about eating healthy without burning mental bandwidth on planning. Fourth sign, they actively try to look invisible. When you broadcast success, you invite problems. You become the person expected to pick up checks. Family approaches with emergencies. Friends treat you differently. A commenter dropped genius level advice. Never volunteer your income or net worth. Tell them how impressive theirs is. If they ask, say, trying to get to your level, that's enough to deflect. Masterclass deflection right there. Ask a wealthy person about finances and you get, "I've been fortunate," or "can't complain," or "we're comfortable." These aren't false modesty. These are strategic deflections to end the conversation. Someone mentioned knowing someone worth over $100 million who calls himself poor compared to my friends. At first that sounds ridiculous, but it reveals something profound. No matter how much money someone has, there's always someone with more. Quick question, have you noticed any of these behaviors in people around you? Drop a comment. I read everyone, and your stories make these videos better. Fifth sign, they'll spend 20 minutes researching a $15 phone charger but won't hesitate to spend $15,000 on a new roof. A commenter, moisturizer equals finding a dupe that saves $18. Water heater equals no to $6,000 smart tech. Yes to a $1,000 one with warranty. The phone charger is a want. Multiple options serve the same purpose, so they find the best value because small decisions compound. But the roof? Can't wait. Delaying it causes 10 times more damage. They view this as protecting a larger asset. They're not cheap, they're strategic. They spend on things that provide value, protect assets, or save time. But they're ruthless about cutting spending on things that don't matter. Another commenter, I had a girlfriend who spent her life savings on an expensive sports car. She wanted me to spend mine on a house for us. I broke up with her. Felt like I dodged a bullet. That's the philosophy difference right there. Sixth sign, the ability to wait. While everyone clicks buy now, wealthy people research for months, wait for the right opportunity, or decide they don't need it. A commenter, this year I wanted a nicer car, but placed money on stocks and kept my Toyota. Watched investing videos. The path to wealth started. That's delayed gratification. Wanted the car, could afford it. Choose the investment. Now on a different trajectory. They understand almost everything goes on sale eventually, and most sales aren't real. Retailers set high prices to offer discounts. This patience extends beyond shopping. They'll wait years for the right investment or business partnership. And here's the thing. This trait often develops before wealth. The same patience that helps you wait for deals helps you save consistently and invest regularly. The patience isn't a result of having money, it's one of the behaviors that created it. Seventh sign, they live in houses significantly below what they can afford. A commenter, I wear the same 2 shirts every day. Wear a Casio. No debt. Paid off home. Invested for 25 years. People think I'm struggling because my car is 10 years old. Changed my family tree. They chose wealth over appearances, now changing their entire family line. When you stretch to buy maximum house, you're taking on a lifestyle requiring constant stress. Every month becomes about covering that payment with zero room for opportunities. Your house should serve your life, not dominate it. Live below your means, you create breathing room to take advantage of opportunities. The secretly wealthy often live in neighborhoods where they're among the modest homes. Not because they can't afford better, but because they've realized keeping up with neighbors is a game you can never win. This brings us full circle. The secretly wealthy figured out real wealth isn't about impressing people. It's about having options and security most can't imagine. The irony is beautiful. While most people try to look wealthy through flashy purchases, the actually wealthy do the exact opposite. Old cars, modest homes, researching cheap purchases. This creates a world where people who appear successful are drowning in debt, while ordinary-looking people have more money than you'd guess. If you're serious about building wealth, understand the mindset. These aren't cheap people. They've learned to distinguish what matters from what doesn't. True luxury is having choices, not having stuff. Next time you're tempted to buy something impressive, ask, what would someone with real wealth do? Remember, every dollar spent looking wealthy is a dollar not becoming wealthy. So there you have it, 7 signs. The 3E rule, the car, buying time, invisible image, spending paradox, patience, and the house. These aren't just signs of wealth, they're the behaviors that create it. And listen, if this video helped you see wealth in a completely different way, hit that subscribe button only if this video was of value to you, because we're just getting started on understanding how money really works. Not the Instagram version, the real version. See you in the next one.